Welcome back, lads. We are in person for the second time only, I think, ever recording. No, third time. Third time. We did the humidor one and the big tasting thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, fourth time.
Fourth time.
We did one at your place as well, lad.
Always good to sit across from you and not see you on the screen. So
I think we're not going to interrupt each other as much. I mean, it is just different every time when you're speaking in real life, right?
Yeah. So now we can't blame anything on the lag. So.
yeah. That's true. We don't have anything to fall back on when this inevitably goes to shit. But yeah, lad, we're here in another sunny Stockholm day. And you're going to an even sunnier place tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
lad?
tomorrow I'm leaving for Croatia, going to Var for a week, and enjoying the summer, and recording this the day before so that we can get it out there.
We're squeezing this one in last minute. Yeah, no, but that's great, man. I'm pretty jealous. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, you're working hard though, but you'll get your.
Yeah, in August I'll chill out a little more. But you've been looking at cigar shops, right? That'll be interesting to see if you find anything there.
Yes, exactly, because we were just talking about that. If I was going to bring any with me, and I had Googled some shops on the island. So
there must be something, right?
Yeah, there are some shops, but there was the first one that came up was like a souvenir gift shop where you could buy cigars as well. So I'm not sure that place is not very trustworthy.
I remember I bought cigars in Greece at like a little souvenir shop. They did have like JLPs and some other like bundle Dominican brand that I'd never seen before. Mm-hmm. They seem to be stored perfectly though, but it was like the tiniest little like souvenir shop for real. I was shocked when they had cigars because I'd been Googling because we went to like a small island in Greece, so like I didn't expect them to have anything, but. Yeah, they clutched up, but nothing special. So I brought some stuff myself, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah. You keep us updated on the story about
definitely,
this.
Definitely, I will definitely try to smoke at least. At least one or two.
Yeah, you got it when you go on vacation.
Yeah.
Any other updates? I guess we're very close to 17K on Instagram. That's one of those classic milestones.
17. Sweet 17.
I guess. I smoked the Joya de Nicaragua Red this week, which was a cigar I wanted to mention because that was like insane. The best cigar like under $8 I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it was just so like well rounded. It was so good quality. Like it was incredible. I was so shocked when I was sitting there smoking it because like I don't know, Joya's like a big brand, and a lot of those big brands they're like sub lines, like not their like cornerstone stuff. It's often kind of like an afterthought. Like they roll it because they want to have like a big brand name line out there for a cheaper price. Like you have like the Cohiba Blue in the US, which is just kind of a shit cigar, but they want to have like a cheaper option out there. And I thought that was going to be the case with this Joya. Like it would just be a very forgettable cigar, but it was cheap here, 67 Swedish crowns for Robusto. So it was like pretty cheap. But it was like 92, 93 point cigar if I would score it.
That's
like
amazing.
It was incredibly well rounded.
What a gem.
Yeah, so balanced, so much chocolate. Oh yeah, and this is what I was gonna write on the review. It tasted exactly like chokladbollar.
Oh.
But like homemade ones where you have like you know the cheap ones. These are like Swedish desserts. Here like a baked good kind of. But the ones you buy in the store, cheap ones, they're like processed whatever. But real homemade ones where you actually put coffee because you're meant to, right?
Exactly.
And it has this amazing blend of like chocolate and coffee when it becomes kind of one flavor, right? Yeah. It's not like separated chocolate and coffee. That's what it exactly tasted like. It was so good. It was really good.
Yeah, that is.
I'm gonna buy more almost immediately.
I can picture I can feel like the taste of the chokladboll and in the cigar. Like I can imagine that's a really cool flavor profile.
Because I think they had like Maduro-esque filler in there because I put it in our Discord chat. It was the darkest filler I've ever seen. When you looked at the foot, it was like normal, and then you saw a few leaves that were like almost pitch black, and it was such a contrast. Okay. I think that added like the sweetness, whereas some of the more standard coffee flavors are in normal like Nicaraguan cigars. Man, it was good. It was good. I was sitting like this weekend looking at like ordering. I was so close to just ordering a box straight away. But I was like, God, I gotta chill because like I want to try a lot of other cigars too, right? So like. I just wanted to mention that one.
Yeah, good tip. Good call.
Yeah, that is a good one. Try it out. I think you guys in the US will probably be able to find it anywhere. Hopefully, it wasn't just one example that was great though. So like people go out and try it and they think it's shit. But yeah, I guess that's it, lad. Let's do a live what's in our glass. We're not drinking the same thing this time, but it's not very exciting. You want to start, lad?
Absolutely. So we both have something non-alcoholic here today. We're sitting in the middle of the day in the Swedish summer heat. So with that in mind, I chose a lemonade from Kiviks Musteri, which is what do you call it?
I don't even know. Cidery.
Yeah,
they make they make juices out of fruit. I guess. Exactly. I don't know if there's a
juicery. I don't know what it's called really, but it's it's in the south of Sweden on the east coast of Skåne. They have a farm there which I've actually been to once when I've been to Skåne.
Oh, nice.
We went there with my parents one time when I was younger, and I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah, I'm having something non-alcoholic as well. The same thing as last time when we had non-alcoholic stuff on this podcast. I'm having coffee. I'm having a Starbucks triple espresso iced coffee drink. So you know how my day's going. No, but I haven't had coffee yet today, so I was kind of craving it now. And we were just out grocery shopping for the evening. We're gonna cook a nice dinner, and I saw this cold. You want cold coffee on a day like this, and this just called to me, and a triple espresso shot. Yeah, we'll see how fast I speak in the end of this episode.
Two good summery drinks. Here, cheers.
Cheers, lad. Cheers. We were debating. I was thinking, it's always great when we can meet up like this, smoking outdoors. I was hoping we would be able to record outside and have a cigar while recording. You even brought one, but it's just, alas, it is just a little bit too windy today.
Non-Stogie weather, unfortunately.
That's what we always say. Yeah.
The weather is it's perfect, sunny outside and all, but the breeze is just too much of a hassle to both record and smoke at the same time. So
yeah, I think our cigars would burn very poorly, and I think the audio would probably be bad. I don't know how good this is right now. If this audio is kind of shit compared to normal, because I think it's a little bit echoey in here, and we're trying to. I mean, I don't think it's the audio quality that everyone's listening to this for, but yeah, hopefully it's decent. Yeah. But yeah, we got a fun episode today, lad, and this is kind of a game-esque episode where Ruben isn't really completely aware of what we're doing, but I've prepared a lot of questions, and I mentioned it to you, lad. What are we doing to start off?
Yeah, to start off with, we're gonna play a little guessing game here, where you've listed some of the notes that you've seen come up on Halfwheel, and you've included in this list some notes that you've completely made up as well. So you're gonna read them up, and then it's going to be for me to decide if they're from the Halfwheel website or if they're completely made up.
If I made them up, yeah. And for those of you guys that don't know, we're just speaking about Halfwheel here. Halfwheel.com is one of the biggest cigar review websites around. It's a huge reviewer page, and we've talked about this on the Discord and with some people in the DMs, because they're very famous, and they're very, they review almost everything. Yeah. They don't just review the big stuff. They review pretty much every regional edition Cuban cigar. They review pretty much every non-Cuban boutique stuff. And I think the guy that runs it, his name is Charlie Maduro. And he's this very hipster-looking guy, this kind of short Asian guy with really long hair. He just looks like a real hipster. And that kind of show, he has one of the world's biggest cigar collections. You can check out a YouTube video done on his collection. It's pretty insane. But he is he's a little unorthodox in the way he reviews cigars, because we've talked about this, right? His notes are insane. They're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have any on the top of my mind right now that I've seen from his website, but I do know when I've gone into to read a review or something like that, there's very, very describing adjectives.
Because I just talked about chokladbolle, a Swedish specific. I mean, that's what it reminded me of. But you guys that know our reviews, we generally drift around, because I would feel pretentious if I tried to go beyond where we do. Yeah. We do drift around the normal, wood, and sometimes we go, okay, it's more oaky, it's more cedary. We say coffee. Sometimes we go oh, it's more espresso style. It's more, but we're talking about the regular stuff. Beware, because this is insane. This is actually insane. You're gonna be. I think, Ruben, you're gonna be shocked. Yeah. Of the stuff I found here. No. This is fucked. This is why I wanted to do this, because this is gonna be so funny. So I have a list of 10, and then I have 3 bonus ones. Okay. Just to read out, Dan. But here's a list of 10. 5 of them I've made up.
Okay. So I was gonna ask if if you've done 5 and 5.
No. This is in no order, so you don't know. So because you,
I mean, if there were like 7 from the website or 3, yeah. But okay, then I know.
I made up 5 of them, and 5 of them are real. I'm excited to read this out. We're gonna start. I did it a little bit in order of how crazy it is as well. So we're starting out a little bit lighter, just to give you an idea of the general. Because like, not every review has this kind of stuff, but like. Yeah. Very often he throws in something crazy, and like he usually lists about 40-50 notes every time he reviews a cigar. And I'm like this podcast is definitely not to shit on Charlie, because like we've discussed, it's hard to say where it's genius and where it's like pretentious, and where like I don't know, this is not for us to judge, right?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously it's his opinion of what's come up in his mind, and maybe it's just been like this, taking a puff and then instantly thinking of something and then just jotting it down, since he has so many different notes in a cigar. So definitely not to, like you said, just reinstate that it's not to shit on it.
But it is funny to compare. All right, so the first one. Is this Charlie Minato, or is this yours truly who made this up? A note of toasted French bread and a touch of basil.
This is Charlie, I think.
Correct. Correct. Starting out lightly. This is still in the realm of. I mean, I say oftentimes it's. I get bready notes, cereal notes. H. Upman has this all the time. I love it. I would never go to toasted French bread. I think that's very descriptive. And a touch of basil. I've had herbal cigars, but I would never go that far. This was a La Imperiosa Mágicos cigar.
Okay.
That he reviewed.
If anyone smoked that, you can.
This is extremely light compared to what's going. This is just this is just an introduction, right? That's how
this is.
Yeah, this is how descriptive he usually gets, right? Like he'll say like French pressed Turkish coffee or something, you know. All right, next one. A calamari like tang.
A calamari like tang. I don't want to use all. Okay, let's say it's you, lad.
All right, 2 for 2, lad. Yeah, that was me.
What was your thought here when you?
I the process I did here is I went into his website and I used the search function and I tried to search for stuff. That's how I found, and I just thought of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I started out with, I just thought of calamari because that's like octopus, squid is something I would never ever think would come near a cigar. But the funny thing is, a lot of it was very difficult for me to make stuff up. Because a lot of the stuff that I searched that I thought was this crazy ended up being notes that he had done. And mind you, I think that they have like tens of thousands of reviews on there. Yeah. Like this guy smokes like 7-8 cigars a day, I think. So you're 2 for 2 right now, lad.
Yeah.
This is going well.
Feeling good.
All right. Like the powder that comes in dry ramen containers.
Oh.
So like the flavoring, the ramen flavoring, the powder. Like that salty stock or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to say you, lad, on this one.
Mr. Charlie.
First one wrong.
Mr. Charlie likes ramen flavored cigars, I guess. This is not you would think this is an infused cigar. No, this is just a straight up, Nicaraguan puro. I think it's a Lampert 1675, it's called. Another boutique brand that I've never heard of. It's Nicaraguan. It's a Nicaraguan cigar and Ecuadorian wrapper. And apparently he described this sort of saltiness that he experienced in it, which was like the powder from dry ramen container. So I don't know if you guys have ever eaten the powder raw.
No, I can't. I've eaten ramen raw, like had the powder. That was the usual thing in Singapore. Like you'd put the powder in, then you'd mix the bag, and then you could kind of feel that powder. But
I guess that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but
I just have you ever felt that cigars have been salty for us before.
Yeah.
Trinidad Reyes, remember that
exactly?
box
The Reyes was the first one that could feel the saltiness.
But it was more like toffee and sea salt.
Yeah, exactly. I would say sea salt, like you said, like exactly like a caramel sea salt kind of thing going on.
And I've had more savory style saltiness in Bolivar before, and they have that. Some people even call their cigars sometimes meaty, like grilled meat. And I've almost felt that before, even, but like not to that extent where I can say, it's ramen.
Yeah.
But this is just, and again, this is just the second one. It's gonna get crazier. All right. So, like the cheese packet of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Okay, so this is kind of similar to the one before, like that in its packet. I'm gonna say you on this one.
No,
really.
It's Charlie Minato again coming in with the weird cooking stuff.
Yeah,
this one is even like weirder, I think. Because this one I searched cheese, which I thought there's no chance you would find a cigar cheesy because it just doesn't, right? I thought if there's any chance you would find a cigar cheesy, I think I expected him to have like Parmesan or something.
Yeah.
To have that umami, salty, but not like Kraft. I mean, this is just macaroni and cheese powder.
I can't say that I've eaten a lot of Kraft food actually.
Really?
Though,
You lived in Canada?
I know.
KD, that's like their national dish.
My parents, they refused.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not great. This was a La Barba Ricochet. So this is a very famous boutique brand. It has like a straight razor. I don't know if you've seen it before. I've just seen it around on Instagram and stuff. But it's a famous boutique one. So some of these cigars that are going to come here with crazy nuts, they're not just like random crap.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of the Lampert before, but the La Barba I have heard it before. So I was surprised. And I don't know if he meant that as a good thing or a bad thing.
No, exactly. Because it doesn't sound very good. It doesn't...
He described it sort of as tangy, I think.
Yeah.
So like... It's like that tangy, cheesy.
Okay.
Just a weird note that I would never... I should say, some of these are... you'll see soon, but some of the notes are things he smells off the wrapper or foot. So not all of them are on the palate, but still. Yeah. It's stuff that's coming from a cigar. All right, next... Okay, you are... Oh, you're 2 out of 4 now. You started out hot, and then you lost it.
Okay, 2 in a row, and then 2.
A symphony of flavors closely resembling that of a paella.
Ooh. I know you like paella, so I'm going to say that you made this one up.
Correct, Lon. Correct, Mundo. I searched paella because I searched cheese because I was trying to make one up. He had it, and I don't remember what I searched for the ramen to come up. But I was trying to make them up because I was trying to start by making 5 up and then find his. But it was really a challenge.
Yeah.
I searched a lot of weird shit before I even got the cheese. Calamari is the first one and then I searched paella. I was like, okay, he doesn't have that because I searched fish and that kind of stuff that came up. So then I was like, wow, I can't find anything here. I went even further to an entire dish.
Yeah.
So you're 3 for 5. We're halfway through here, lad. Or 3 for 6. I don't know, whatever.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, probably. All right, next one here, lad. Am I laughing at my own genius? Or notes of Aquafina water and cottage cheese.
This is Charlie.
Correct. Yeah. So not only does he get notes of water, which I would think is impossible in a fucking cigar, but he drops the brand.
The
Aquafina.
Brand, exactly. That is
it's the composition of the minerals.
That
in the
is
water.
just
It's
Can
insane.
you tell the difference between different if it's Evian and Foch or
Definitely not.
Yeah.
See, this is where I
Boss
think
water.
this is where I get the vibe where it's like, again, not putting anything on it, but it's almost venturing into the pretentious because like you said, how are you telling the difference between brands of water? Why is he dropping Aquafina? When I saw that, I was shocked. And again, I searched cheese for this one. I got cottage cheese, but in the same sentence, he says water and cheese.
Yeah.
What is he smoking?
I mean, first you have to be a water connoisseur to be able to tell the difference between the different styles, and then you have to smoke a bunch of cigars to even notice the water, I guess.
And this cigar, it's a La Corona. So this is like a 1940s pre-embargo Cuban that he's smoking, a piece of history, and he's getting water and cottage cheese.
Wow.
I don't think he gave this cigar very high ratings. When he talked about the water, he went even further. And I think what he meant was this cigar was it was one of those cigars where it's been aged too long. So it basically didn't taste like anything. Yeah. And that's what he was trying to say with the water.
Because I was going to say, water is a very non-flavor flavor.
Because this is like a 60-year-old cigar.
Yeah.
So I think, he talked about this one being kind of empty, and then it had this musty kind of cottage cheese, again, just so specific. But
because I could understand if you want to distinguish water from from water from stream or something, that you can taste the earthy water. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like mineral sparkling water. Or something.
Exactly. But not exactly Evian or
but it's so
Aquafina.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would love to see him smoke a cigar. Like perhaps there are videos of it, but like the way his mind works is, I mean, it is impressive that he even says the brand.
Yeah, for sure, because it literally it can't come from just straight out of his ass, pretty much. Like it has to have some.
Right? Yeah. Because he has a lot of credibility.
Yeah,
because like these aren't joke reviews. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It could come out of his ass if the whole point of it was like to be as crazy as possible, but it's not. Like he has a huge credibility there. Yeah. They're like crazy big sponsored. All right, lad, you got that one right. Yeah. All right. This cigar was like sucking on a piece of PVC plastic.
Is this you?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I was thinking, because I was searching a lot of stuff, and you'll see I have 3 bonus ones of stuff that I searched that I thought was no way he would have done, and it came up. So you're not going to have to guess those. Those are all
exactly. Those are given.
But then I went crazy almost at the end. I was like, I can't find anything. So I was like, plastic. There's no way. And then he didn't have anything that talked about plastic. So you were correct again, lad. You're doing well.
Yeah, this is, what am I now? 5 for 7, maybe? I don't know how many I've left.
Yeah, there's 2 left, so I don't know if I ended up only having maybe 9. I don't know what happened there. All right. The wrapper gave off a smell of burnt tofu.
Burnt tofu. Okay. Let's go, Charlie.
It's not. I made this one up. Yeah, tofu he didn't have. I was going for Asian food, and this one was a shot in the dark, because he eats a lot of Asian food. Like he has a food Instagram as well.
I don't know. Tofu wouldn't be that strange, like comparing to other things that.
Comparing to Aquafina water, I guess.
I guess.
So that one was also made up. The PVC plastic and the tofu. All right, here we go. Last one. Reminds me of the taste of marijuana. I said before, what is he smoking? Probably not cigars. This might...
Charlie.
He's probably stoned when he does these reviews. Reminds me of the taste of marijuana.
Marijuana. Okay. I mean... Like, I don't know. I could...
You could see it happen?
I could see it, maybe.
Do you want to guess if that was him or me, lad?
I think it's...
I think the math, you've already...
Yeah, I think it's him.
Yeah, it is
him,
yeah. I could almost see it as well. You can get herbal notes.
Yeah.
In cigars for sure, very herbal notes. But this was just funny because he also wrote in the end of the review like the flavor was like marijuana. Were the effects like it? Sadly, no. He wrote like that.
Yeah, maybe he had mixed them up and taken the wrong stick, so to say. But
this, funnily enough, though, this was of I think like pretty much the most hyped cigar of 2020. This was the Steve Saka made. The brulee line, the sobremesa brulee line, which was like a huge. It made waves in the cigar community because like this line of cigars, people were sure they were sweetened, like a sweetened tip, like the acid, like 100%. And he was like swearing by. Steve Saka was the master blender of Drew Estate. He created Liga Privada and all that stuff. And now he makes his own cigars, and these were hugely popular. And then he even released this STFU line. Shut the fuck up. Where it was 5 cigars. No, 4 cigars. STFU.
Yeah.
One was natural. One was lightly sweet tipped. One was heavily sweet tipped, and then I think there was another natural one. So if people could like see that they weren't actually, so he proved it.
Yeah.
And then he created like the upgrade, which was the Sobremesa Brulee Blue Robusto, and I think that's the one he smoked here that he thought tasted like marijuana. So that's funny. Like these notes aren't like I said of just crazy cigar. This was like the creme de la creme last year. This is so hyped. This Sobremesa Blue was sold out immediately everywhere.
Yeah.
So you did well, lad. I think you got 7 out of 10 or something.
I think so too. Yeah, went well. It was interesting to because the ones that you threw in there, like you said, they were felt related, to his, obviously you'd look through his articles. And,
I went crazy. I read a lot of Halfwheel's reviews. So I'm pre-warning, lads. In the next YouTube review I might, might start talking about tomahawk steaks and cauliflower. Okay, so here's the 3 bonus ones. I was just gonna add one bonus, and then I kept searching, and I was like, okay, I gotta throw these in. Yeah, so if you didn't think Aquafina water was crazy enough, we got this gem of a line. He smoked a Punch Diablo Diabolus, the American version of Punch, and this is a pretty famous line, that Punch Diablo. Toasty notes that remind me of a burger drenched in Montreal steak seasoning.
Oh wow!
It's so specific.
I mean, this guy's probably definitely been out in the world and tasted a bunch of stuff. Like,
I don't even know what Montreal steak seasoning is.
Yeah, me neither.
Is it? Okay, so it seems to be like a.
It's a legit thing, or
it's like a marinade. Yeah, it's like it's garlic, coriander, black pepper, cayenne pepper, dill, seed, and salt. So it's like a mix of that you put on steak, but it's just so crazy specific. And the burger has to be a burger, and it's drenched in the seasoning.
Sounds good.
But it's just when I read this, it was just like it's so insanely specific. Where's it coming up with
next one? What do you have?
To be honest, it smells like human sweat.
Oh wow!
And this is no other than the Bolivar Hong Kong Regional Edition 2017. So this is a big deal cigar. And Mr. Charlie thought it smelled like sweat. I guess human sweat. Again, it's just crazy. And the final bonus, something that reminds me of kiwi shoe polish. So that's like a specific brand of shoe polish. I searched shoe for that one. And I searched the sweat one as well. I was gonna make up that a cigar smelled like sweat. And like he'd already done it. And I searched shoes in like I thought he would maybe.
Sure enough, yeah.
He had that as well. And then I searched burger. I literally searched burger and he had it. So I was kind of frustrated this morning. So yeah, well done, lad.
Yeah, interesting game. Nice of you to put it together and go through so many.
Because we've talked about this a lot at Halfwheel and how crazy. Because some people have even said that we go a little bit. Like I've had comments on our YouTube reviews before where someone's like, I could never like. Some people say it's like a little pretentious when you go further than just like earth, pepper, sweetness. There's levels to this game.
Yeah.
All right, so next little game we got a little two-parter. This one.
Yeah.
This is a would you rather. A cigar would you rather. We've done a few of these on the stories. So first we have like the game part, which is just four would you rather questions, and then you can ask how our followers voted on this one, because this is like the poll, one of the polls where most people were active. People seem to love this one. So here's the first one, lad. Would you rather have a cigar that's badly canoeing, because it's burning extremely crookedly, or tunneling?
I would probably say canoeing.
Yeah.
I think I voted for that. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I think you can correct.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That tunneling you can't do that much about. It's just burning in there, and canoeing you can touch it up. Although you have to sit with a lighter in your hand pretty much, I guess. But
sometimes you can have extremely badly canoeing cigars where they never really seem to. Because sometimes you can correct it and then it's fine for the rest of the cigar. But sometimes you just need to light it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you think the followers voted, lad? Percentage-wise,
Canoeing, 65%.
Surprisingly not. This one kind of surprised me. It was 52%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, canoeing. 48% tunneling. Okay. 609 votes for canoeing. 571 votes for tunneling.
Okay.
It's very close.
That was closer then, yeah.
I would have guessed like you. Like, tunneling... Tunneling's like a death sentence for a cigar. Yeah. Because like if it goes bad enough, you need to cut it in half and like relight it.
Yeah, exactly.
Start again or throw it away. So.
Yeah, it's always easier when you have to deal with the wrapper and not the filler. So. Yeah.
Next one: a draw that's way too loose or a draw that's way too tight.
A draw that's way too tight. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm 100% with you. How do you think people voted?
This one was probably more. Lopsided, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna say 60% tight.
73%.
73.
Okay. Too tight. 27% too loose. 344 for too loose. 929 for too tight. So a lot of people won.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's correct. I think this one's almost objectively correct. I remember when I put that one out, I wanted to see if people had like a reason for too loose.
Yeah.
Because like like you're saying, you can actually do something with too tight again.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Where too loose, that's the way it's rolled. You can't add more tobacco.
No, exactly.
Very true. All right, this one's a little more specific. Smoke in a small lounge with no ventilation at all, or outside on a very windy day. I think this one's like almost the toughest.
Yeah.
Not just the breeze, but like it's pretty windy, you know.
I'm gonna say outside.
Yeah.
Windy, because when I did try smoking indoors with like when I was sitting with my family, and we didn't have any ventilation, and it was such an old house, so you can open the windows even. So sitting literally in like there was no breeze or anything coming into the house, and the smoke just laid there.
Yeah.
And this was in the family room pretty much.
Yeah.
So I can imagine like a small lounge with no ventilation. You literally couldn't stay in there for the whole smoke.
Yeah.
And it would just be so. That would be literally so bad for you to sit there.
Yeah, my God.
And breathe in that smoke. So the windiness.
Yeah, I'm with you there, lad. How do you think people voted?
I think I think the inside was more popular maybe.
But like close? Or
yeah, close. 52%.
Actually not. 558 people voted lounge. 696 voted windy day. So 44% to 56%.
Okay, yeah.
Like you said, lad. I once went to Cigar here in Stockholm, the lounge there, and he hadn't. I think he hadn't had people down there for a few hours. Okay. So we went down and started smoking, and he hadn't turned on the ventilation, and it was bad. Like your eyes, because cigar smoke is dense, you don't really realize it unless you smoke indoor, and no one really does. So like I was surprised the windy day won. Because like not a lot of people have experienced what you've done there.
Exactly. Because you think when you sit inside, there's ventilation and it's unbothered, like it goes away. But if it's in a small lounge, then it's gonna stay there.
Exactly like you said, it just sits there. And cigar smoke is so dense, it doesn't just disappear like a cigarette. Yeah,
exactly.
And like you can feel it in your lungs, you start coughing, it burns in your throat. Not in the same way as inhaling smoke, but you're always inhaling a little bit, so it starts like really burning.
Yeah.
And like your eyes, you can feel that you're like in smoke. Like it feels like when you're close to a bonfire or something, you know, like when your eyes itch after, and it's not pleasant.
I think I went like 5-10 minutes indoors, and then I continued outdoors because
crazy.
Like people started coughing around me, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, cigar smoke is not a joke, man. Like when people ask why don't you inhale, like it's not like it's just you can't do it. All right, last one where you can guess here, lad. A cigar that keeps going out, so you need to relight it unless you're puffing, you know, constantly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's not even normal. You have to smoke normal or quicker than normal. Yeah. To even keep it alive. Or a cigar that's just burning too hot, like you're puffing and it just.
Every puff is like...
Yeah, it's just it tastes burnt, you know.
Okay.
This one's tough as well.
Yeah, this one's tough because both of them you'd be extremely irritated about. Maybe the too hot one, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not completely...
I'm not with you on that one, lad. I think I'd do the going out.
Yeah. I guess... For me,
this was really tough.
Yeah, when I was thinking about this now, it's just that the one that keeps going out, if I know myself right, I'm just going to get so agitated by that. And just like the whole process of having to light it and everything, that's going to like wear on me more than like with the one too hot. I mean, I guess you're going to have burn issues as well. Like since, I mean, you just have to take it slower, I guess. Yeah. But...
I guess, but it's still gonna be burning. I mean, that's
yeah.
The idea came from that Camacho Ecuador that I had for many years ago. That was just so loosely rolled that it kept burning hot, no matter. I mean, if I took it slow enough where it didn't burn hot, it would go up because it would literally be minutes. So like even just a small puff and you could taste it was like just it was so loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking more if like you had to sit like 2 minutes before, but no, like that it would still.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you think people voted though, lad? Keeps going out or too hot?
Probably too hot.
No, 55% voted a cigar that keeps going out. 45 not. 710 people keeps going out. 574 burning too hot. So some of these were pretty close. I mean, 44%, 56, 55, 45, 52, 48. There was only one lopsided one, so I was proud of this. Would you rather? I think you got pretty tight ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got some more for you, lad. Now without the guessing, because these are completely fresh off the press.
Nice.
All right. These ones are some of them I think are pretty tough. It's more of a mixed bag though. But I was genuinely curious to hear what you would say here, lad. Stop drinking coffee for the rest of your life, or stop smoking cigars for the rest of your life. You have to cut out one vice.
Stop drinking coffee.
Yeah,
yeah,
you did. Yeah.
I would.
Okay. I was just curious to hear what you would say.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely love coffee and all, but I think in the long run, I would definitely have to, like, now that I don't smoke a lot, but
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for the rest of my life, like, definitely, I think cigars. Yeah.
I mean, this was tough, but like I'm with you. I would rather drop coffee, because the thing with coffee is like I love it as well. Like you say, like when I took my month off of coffee,
exactly.
I didn't miss the caffeine, but I missed the coffee routine, like we talked about and the taste, and like having coffee more, especially in the colder months. It's like it's unbeatable almost. Yeah. But also you do. In regular life, as you have it as a habit, you do drink it for the caffeine, and there's so many substitutes nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's it's not like you have to quit caffeine for the rest of your life. So cigars, you got to go with the cigars.
Definitely.
And the Stogie lads would die out.
Yeah, exactly. That would be.
I guess it would be the Stogie
the Java lads.
The Java lads. Not bad. Not a bad name. Yeah. Just give me a second. Need to buy the domain, lad.
Already did.
All right, this one's gonna be tougher for you, okay, lad.
Yeah,
this one's gonna be a tough one.
No
Stop drinking alcohol.
It is.
No more alcohol for the rest of your life. But this one's actually a lot tougher.
Yeah, this one's a lot.
No more alcohol for the rest of your life, or no more cigars. I don't even know the answer for myself.
Wow.
I want you guys to answer these as well. Write us in the DMs if you guys are interested in any of these, because I want to hear what people say, especially the alcohol one. Because I know a lot of the guys in our... I'm giving you some time to think here. I'm stalling. A lot of the guys in our Discord love their bourbons, love their whiskeys, love their wines. I mean, everything. The beers.
Yeah, there's so much that falls under like alcohol.
You're losing out a lot.
I think I would take... Actually, this is going to hurt to say. The Stogie lads, but no cigars.
I think so as well.
I'm just thinking of all the like how much more often it is like that you're at an event or something where there is alcohol for this for the socializing rather than a cigar, and to always have to like say no and to not because I'm also a very big fan of like mixology and all that, so
like the university life now. My answer, I think I would say the same, but not only. I think I was sitting here thinking, and I was like, I would genuinely allow it to be a coin toss. But then, what tipped me over the scale of dropping cigars is the sustainability in the future, because we talk about this a lot, lad. And I think we might have to do like a big research podcast where we talk about like legislation and all that stuff. But like, I think tobacco is going to be illegal when we're adults, like when we're not adults, when we're like old, when we're retirees or whatever. Because like the way it's moving, it's just becoming more and more demonized and like cutting down. So unless governments start all of a sudden finding cigars to be the exception, which happens in the U.S. a little bit, but like not really anywhere else. Yeah,
I guess there isn't like political interest in making cigars. Like, why would they care about that? They just bunch it together with tobacco because it's
easier. Yeah, you don't have to spend time debating more stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's why, because like I feel like if I drop alcohol for the rest, okay, this is taking it so seriously, but it's just interesting to ponder, right? And like at 60, you can't even buy cigars anymore unless you like go to Cuba or whatever.
And you don't have cigars or alcohol, and then you're fucked.
Then you're what am I gonna do when I'm retiring? I'll play golf, but if I can't smoke a Stogie or have like a little whiskey in my Aquafina water bottle, then like what am I doing with my retired years? No, but
that's a very good point.
Yeah,
true. Because you in certain countries like bans are already being stripped from the cigars. Like you can't.
There's so much.
There's so much happening, and it's.
You're barely allowed to smoke anywhere nowadays, and like some countries are even making it illegal to smoke at like apartment balconies and stuff. Some places, I think in like California, have done that.
That's so.
And that's like, okay, so at that point, where can you smoke? A lounge, but that's illegal here in Stockholm. So you can smoke indoors, I guess, if you own your. Because if you're renting, then you probably can't. So like if you own property, you can smoke at your own property, but not your balcony, because that can like fuck off.
Yeah,
that's That's
terrifying. It makes it so much harder to like meet with people and have a cigar too. Because then you'd have to go out to the countryside or whatever if you can't go to your apartment and the park.
We gotta look for like Montana property or something, lad. Just to have like our smoke lounge there. It'll be a little bit of a hike to get there from Stockholm, but I think
it's all right. We'll take the rickshaw.
All right, next one, lad. Would you rather get rid of smoking any Connecticut cigars or any Maduro cigars? This one's interesting for us. I'll give you some time to think, because we both aren't crazed about any of these. Some people just are crazy about Maduros, so this would be a non-question. But we both smoke, majority not either of these.
No, exactly.
So we smoke these every once in a while.
Yeah, I think not Connecticut actually for my part, because since we haven't smoked that much of the differences, the ones that I've enjoyed more of having like a Maduro.
Same.
If you're going for something that's
the only typical stuff you lose is the Davidoff. Really, you lose like all of Davidoff almost. But they still have some other stuff, so I guess you don't really. But I'm the same as you, lad. The Connecticut stuff is always almost more of a casual. The only times I've really taken a Connecticut hugely seriously is like the Davidoffs. And Maduro cigars have just been in general more impressive. Like there's some really good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, two more, lad. Two more. This one's interesting. Only ever smoke cigars longer than 5 inches, or only 5 inches and below. 5 inches is the Robusto cutoff. That's what I thought. Because like if you're doing 5 inches and below, you got Robustos and then you got short Petite Coronas. What you need to think of though is that Petite Coronas, like the Mareva Vitola, the Cuban standard, it's longer than 5 inches. So it's a little bit.
So with the 5 at the cutoff, you can still have a Robusto.
Yeah, so it's 5 inches and below, or above.
5 inches and above.
No, sorry. 5. No, if it's above, you can't have the 5 inches.
Okay.
That's where the split off is.
No, exactly.
5 and below, or just above 5.
Oh, okay, I see.
Sorry,
Yeah, of course, that makes...
Cigars longer than 5 inches, or 5
I'd still
and below.
say cigars longer than 5 inches.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This one's tough. I don't know. The thing is, I'd probably do the same as you. But the thing is, the only really everyday kind of cigars at that point are like Toros, but they're still pretty big. You got like the Coronas Gordas stuff and Petite Coronas. That's like the everyday stuff. Because you lose the Robusto and then all the short stuff. Do. So basically in the winter, you can never have short cigars. The shortest you can have are Petite Coronas.
Yeah.
That's
still short enough.
But it's still like an hour. It's not really great for the winter in Sweden. That's why I was a little bit more tight on this, but I'm still with you a lot.
Yeah, because I think all the specialty cigars or like everything that makes you like drop your chin is above 5 inches.
That's where you lose out.
So that's worth it for them.
There's been 2 regional editions that are Petite Coronas, and then there's like I'm saying in Cuban, like just and Cuba's the place in the world where they actually still make small stuff. In the US, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But in Cuba, there's been 2 regional, and mind you, they release like 7 different lines a year. So like there's been 2 the last 15 years that have been short, and then limited editions. There's been like a few short Robustos. Oh no, there's been more regional that are short Robustos now that I think of it. But like Petite Coronas are but you lose a lot. Basically everything.
Basically everything.
Last one here, lad. You can only ever have cigars before 12 a.m. So in the morning, in the a.m. or after 10 p.m. You can never smoke. So if you choose after 10 p.m., you can only have kind of late evening cigars. Yeah. So basically, it's kind of tough to smoke cigars on regular days, and especially in the winter, you're pretty screwed. Or before 12 a.m., but you gotta have morning cigars at that point always.
Damn. Okay, I'd take the 10 p.m. one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think,
mind you, you're never gonna get to smoke at a lounge ever, because they're just never open. That makes it tougher. You're never ever smoking at a lounge again.
Yeah. I guess, but you would have a hard time
like
fitting in your schedule, like if for work and everything. If you got to before work, like you couldn't go to a lounge. I guess they wouldn't be open. If you
but on weekends, I mean, you can still go to weekends. And
I don't know. I think it would be personally easier to fit in for because since I don't smoke cigars in the morning.
Yeah. Ever. I was going to ask you about this.
So the only times that that have fit into these times. I've definitely smoked way more after 10 p.m. It's late, but it's I mean, then you could more easily pair with like whiskeys and wines and the port wines and everything like that. Yeah. So you wouldn't do that as naturally before 12.
True.
And then I could still have a smoke after, if I want to smoke like 2-3 times a week or something like that after work.
You can still do it.
So that's the reason for me. Yeah.
Fair.
How about you?
No, I'm the same. I was gonna, because the reason I added this is to have the morning cigar discussion a little just lightly. I mean, because like you say, I've only had a few morning cigars, like true morning cigars in my life. The last one I had was this fall. I had like an 8 Up and half Corona, literally in the morning, like 9 a.m. Yeah. Which I've never, and it's not nice. It's a lot of people post it on Instagram. I don't know how many of you guys listening do it, but like. That like the coffee and cigar thing is nice, but you can do it a little later in the day. Yeah. Like your taste buds are just not prepared. The half Corona, the up and half Corona is a light cigar. It blew my taste buds away. Even that cigar, it was just too much. You're not ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. And then imagine having something stronger. Like
you can't.
No, exactly. And
so I'm with you there, lad.
Yeah,
I'm with you there.
I think you'd have the bigger range of stuff that you can smoke and enjoy. Late at night.
But it would be interesting to hear how many of you guys like regularly do it and how many of you guys really enjoy having the morning cigar, because like you see the big Instagrammers like Dutch Cigars or whatever, Dirk, that guy, he smokes cigars at 8 a.m. almost every day. And I just like, I guess at that point you're so into it, you're so heavily addicted or like in the routine that I guess you can't really
it's definitely I guess difference if you have a routine to do it, or if you just try it once in a while like in the morning, then I guess your night.
But like 8 a.m. cigars, man, goddamn. I'm never ready for that. That was it, lad. Fun episode, right?
Very fun episode. Yeah, this is nice. Being a bit blind in the beginning, and not having that much info about it. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, because it's a little bit more silly, but a lot of fun. It's nice to have some of the more casual ones time to time.
For sure. Because we've got some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
Guest-wise. That's what we'll hint at. But until next time, hope you guys enjoy this one, and cheers.
Cheers, guys.